Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Welcome to Eric slash Maximilian's solo campaign, episode 16. When last we left off, we were just about to come into this entrance before we noticed 4 students from the academy, and so that's where we will begin. Before we decide to go into the opening, since we're still covered in blood and injuries, and the last group of students we ran into freaked out about our void's creature, Good Boy. We're going to have him hide in the tree line right here where we're at currently. We'll have him hide in the tree line, like right up here, as we continue in, and as we continue into the opening, we notice that it's just a little campsite, and it's got 3 tents on either side. It's got 2 restrooms, male and a female, and it's got a building for cooking and a building for rest, like healing up injuries, like a makeshift hospital tent with supplies like bandages and potions and such. And there is a fire pit in the middle. And as we notice this, the students are around the fire pit, all 4 of them, and they're talking, and we can't hear what they're saying until we start to get up closer. But as we get up closer, they notice us and they stop talking and they look over at us and begin to panic because we're covered in blood before they rush to us, and they're like, what happened to you? Like, where is everyone that you're supposed to be with from your class? And I look at them, and right as I slowly start to faint, the last words that come out of my mouth before passing out from exhaustion are, "What class? I'm not a student yet," as I begin to fall and collapse from the exhaustion of the long day. And they, you know what? Let's roll to see if they, like, me and take me into the hospital tent and take care of me, or if they're just gonna like leave me there. They're just gonna leave me there for the night and let me wake up in the morning. And so as they go to just walk away and leave me alone, they continue to do what they were doing, just talking and singing songs around the fire as I sleep throughout the night. And in the morning, when I wake up, they are all in their tents, getting up and out and about, ready and throwing. One of them is getting wood ready to throw on the fire to start a pile. And one of them is going to collect water. One of them is going to hunt with the other, staying at the opening up here as guard while he goes down and like hunts along the trail. And then as I notice all of them splitting up, I ask what's going on. They tell me all of this and what they're doing. I ask if there's anything I can help with, and they say, "No, you're alright. You look pretty beat up, and you're not a student. We're out here on one of our academy quests, so you just go ahead and go into the tent and get yourself all fixed up and get to the school. I'm guessing is where you're heading to if you're coming this way, at your leisure, and we'll see you if you're here later when we're done taking shifts hunting, or we won't." And I look at them and go, "Alright, thank you," and I head off this way into the healing tent, healing hut, whatever you want to call it. And then I will spend some time in there as I go in and like open up the tent flap door and walk on in. It looks bigger than it does from the outside. There's 6 bed pads, 3 on either side, with a 7th and at the top end of the tent, laying like in between. And then there are 2 cabinets on either side of that at the end, one full of like, it looks like bandages and medicines and herbs, and then the other one looks like it's full of potions, potion bottles, tools to make and distill potions. And as we are looking around, we also notice as we go to get into the cupboard and grab, let's see how many potions there are. 3. Alright, so as we go to grab some potions, let's see if there's anyone sleeping in here that yep. So we end up stepping on someone that is sleeping under the covers that we didn't notice because we weren't paying attention to the floor as much. We just noticed the bed mats, and then we're investigating what was in the cupboards. And so as we're grabbing out the 3 potions, we end up stepping on someone, and let's see how they react. Are they gonna wake up or freak out? And they're going to wake up. Alright, so and they wake up and begin to yell and scream in a panic frenzy as they jump back and go, "What are you doing in here? You're not a student. Get out!" As they reach down and go to pull for their wand and point it forward. And as they point their wand forward, we just grab their hand and point the wand down and go, we're on our way to take our academy test. We got all banged up, obviously. Look at me. I'm probably look like a zombie or something covered in all this blood. I just need help getting cleaned up. And I noticed there was some potions and stuff already made in there. So I just figured I'd drink those and be on my way and leave you guys alone to do your quest. And she looks at us and goes, "Well, I don't think the potions are going to help get the blood off of you, or the stink, or any of that. So, I mean, they'll definitely heal your injuries and fix up your stamina and your mana points and make you feel rejuvenated. But if you want to go and like take a bath in the pond that's down by the corner of the woods that we made using Alan's earth magic and my water magic to fill it up, then you can." And I look at her and go, "Well, I mean, I guess I could clean off all the blood. It wouldn't hurt. Is it right if I stay here with you guys until you head back to the school?" And she goes, "Yeah, we're supposed to be out here for a 3-day survival challenge. We've already been out here for 2 days, so we'll be leaving the morning after tomorrow. And we go, alright, sounds good. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go clean up, and I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna be on my way now. And as we are walking out, she says, "It's up and to the left, out by the tree line of the woods." And we go, "Alright, thank you, I appreciate it. Oh yeah, what's your name, by the way?" And she goes, "My name's Alice. I'll talk to you later." "Oh, what's your name?" "My name's Maximilian. I'll see you later." And as we say that, we walk away, and we come up over into the end of the tree lines, and we notice where there is a giant sign hanging on the tree that says bath, and there is a homemade hole with water filled to make a makeshift pond. And there, alright, and so we go and we get our clothes and off, and we scrub our clothes down and get all the blood off of them and wring them out and throw them over the rocks over here. And then we wash off our shield that our dad gave us and put it off to the side with our clothes before we get in and bathe for a while. And then after we get out and get dressed, our clothes are still wet. Our shield is not, however. And after that, we will whistle, and as we whistle, we send a telepathic vibration between our mind and Good Boy's mind, and we communicate, form a communication link with him, and tell him to come over to where we are, because we can, since we're over here getting all our clothes and stuff on, we can see him through the thick trees and brush. We let him know to come over here before he gets noticed, because he can be seen from this area of the camp. And as he comes over, we give him pets and scritches and tell him how much of a good boy he is. And then we decide to drink the potions, and as we hop on the back of good boy and tell him, let us in. And as we say that, the vines around him, or around his body, begin to unwreath and wrap around us and pull us inside. And as we get inside of our voids, we go, all right, good boy, you ready to go hunt for some dinner? I'm sick of eating all these rations, and yes, I have plenty of rations, but I don't really want any of those. I'd rather go and find us a deer or something. What do you say? And he communicates back to us mentally, that sounds fantastic. Let's go. Oh, by the way, Master, don't forget you told Alice you'd see her later, so don't just ditch the girl. I know I'll be back later. And with that, we will end today's session. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and join us for more adventures.